This is one of the reasons why President Donald John Trump got elected, because the American people are so tired of the left, taking offense to strong, beautiful, patriotic people.
Exactly. And I want to, and going back in the day, and it might be a Gen Z, you might be, but back in American days, in the 80s and 90s, this was a perfectly fine commercial. We were patriotic, whether it was the Marlboro Man or a beautiful woman, and there was no qualms about it. Now we can't even run a simple commercial, get back to normal commercial. It seemed like for the last decade or more, we had these woke commercials where making the traditional family look like fools. Men look like bozos. It was tough we had to shove so much diversity in commercials. I always said part of culture is the advertising industry, Hollywood, the media, and the advertising industry plays it good because you see that every night in the commercials, and they were banging on our heads about this diversity and gay couples being together and just throwing it down our throats. But I want to go to this cut 3. Let's watch this. Woman says the American Eagle City trainer brought her child trauma back. Watch this.
I really wasn't going to weigh in on this, but here we go. It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name, if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting. There's a lot of rhetoric right now online about the political ideologies that this represents, and I don't discount that, but for me, I can't help but think about the 13-year-old brown girl who gets all her denim at American Eagle, who already struggles to see her beauty and worth in a world that continues to value white, Eurocentric beauty standards, which I naively thought by this point we would have moved the needle on. And this girl...
that girl is beautiful, so I don't know what she's complaining about, right? This is what we have, a generation of spoiled TikTokers and Instagram complaining because there's a white woman. Are white women not allowed to be in ads, Martha?
Well, actually, if anybody remembers, the most iconic jeans commercial in the history of our country was Brooke Shields.
Right.
Brooke Shields had these beautiful, very sexy commercials where she would say, "Nothing comes between me and my Calvin Klein jeans." I don't know if you remember those ads, Adam, but it's reminiscent for me of the Brooke Shields ads. And there's nothing wrong with being a beautiful, strong, patriotic woman.